So we want to welcome everybody to the Business Fundamental Friday webinar. Today we're going to be talking about creating video for your blog or YouTube channel. And today is just going to be pretty ad hoc. We don't have any slides for this teaching moment, and we're all going to be teaching it. But before we get into the teaching moment and the Q&A, we wanted to share with you guys just really quickly our journey to Kenya that we've been on the last 2 weeks. It was definitely life-changing, just an amazing trip. Here you can see Scott and I with the kids at the school there in the IDP camp, which means Interdisplaced Persons Camp, essentially a refugee camp that where we worked on the school. Here is a picture of us presenting kind of a plaque for the elementary school that was built last year. We hung that plaque up in the schoolroom. And then you can see down there at the bottom, that's the door to the high school room that was donated. So we had fun. We were able to work on the high school, and we were there for the dedication when the government came. And we got to meet a lot of the kids, and we spent 3 days there at the IDP camp where the school was built. Scott, have you?
Yeah, so the pictures you're looking at, the picture in the top left is from the elementary school classroom that we donated last year. And these are actually kids in the class and that's the teacher for the class that we donated last year. Her name's Rhoda, and she's awesome. But when we went in the classroom, we told them who we were, and the class went crazy. It was so cool. They were so excited that we were there, and that we actually took the time to come and show, get to know them. So, and then the bottom picture is from the new classroom that we were building this year. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, now here's also, we got to see the feeding program in action, which was really cool. You can see the kids there with their cups up. This was at one of the IDP camps called Pipeline. Just pure poverty. I mean, I've never seen poverty like this. The kids get their cups ready, and then they all get in line, and they pour the porridge into it. And then there, down at the bottom, is a kid at the one of the children at the Mama Tunza's orphanage, and you can see some of the food. We actually got to test out the food, and it was really actually pretty good. And so all those that help kids in Kenya, all your money went to these kids that you're seeing right here. Here we're giving a check to Mama Tunza, where there's 35,000 meals on there. It's just a fake check, not real, but we are sending the money through World Teacher Aid to Mama Tunza and all the feeding program there that feeds those kids. And then there with us is Mama Tunes is there in the middle that's holding the check, and Irene is next to her that Scott's holding her arm. But
she's my girlfriend.
Yeah, she's kind of the liaison between World Teacher Aid and the government there in Kenya. And then there next to me is Amy McLaren, and next to Scott is Stu McLaren, and they are the founders of World Teacher Aid, who we went down there with. So just keep in mind also that you can continually be donating to help kids at helpkidsinkenya.com to help feed these kids. So that was just a little bit about our trip. If you want to see more pictures, you can go to that URL. That'll take you to a bunch more pictures that we took on our trip during the, when we were helping out with the kids, and then also on our safari. So that's a little bit of what we did. If you want to learn more, you can just contact us individually, and we can tell you a little bit more about it. But we didn't want to spend too much time, so we had an amazing trip. Glad to be home, back with the family, but it was definitely life-changing. And you guys can ask questions when we get to the Q&A. But today, the teaching moment, we're going to talk about creating video for your blog or YouTube channel, and we're all going to kind of chime in on this today. But we wanted to help you guys. We've had a lot of questions over the last, since we started these BFF webinars, a lot of questions about video and how to do it and where to upload the video and how to optimize the video and stuff like that. So we wanted to focus on that a little bit today. But first of all, you know, let's just quickly talk about the importance of video. You know, video even 5 years ago wasn't as important as it is now. I mean, it's really, you must have video on your website, on your blog. You must be using video in some way. And a lot of people, I think, are scared. And they're scared because of a couple of things. First of all, they're fearful of getting in front of a camera maybe, or their voice. Or the other side of it is they're fearful of technology. So we're going to talk about those two things today, you know, the fear of technology and the fear of, you know, being in front of a camera or you know, the quality of the videos that you're creating.
There's also some really cool opportunities with video right now, especially with YouTube and as far as ranking in the search engines, that a lot of people don't realize that you can actually rank your videos pretty easily on the first page for the keywords that you want.
Exactly.
We'll talk about that a little bit as well.
So, Kelly, the importance of that or the fear, anything that you have?
Well, I think you guys really hit the nail on the head. One of my fears when I first began video, and this was a few years ago, was that I would have to spend so much time finding the right background or speaking the right words or, you know, doing everything right. And that perfectionism is what really kept me back from doing videos and getting it out there. So I think that whole idea of, you know, making sure that they're perfect is really not necessary. And everybody's been out on YouTube already. You guys see how some of the most ridiculous videos are the ones that go sky high in their ranking. So it really does just depend on a lot of different aspects. We're going to cover some of those today.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start off first of all with the fear of being in front of a camera. That's something that, you know, I've talked to a lot of people that they're scared. I still remember when my mom and sister put together a scrapbooking website, and they did some training tutorials, and you know, they just didn't want to be in front of a camera, but they got over that fear and did a really good job with some of the videos that they put together for that scrapbooking website. Now, let's say that you are dead set on not being in front of the camera. Well, there's a couple tools that you can use that you don't have to be you know, your face, or you don't have to do video like that. You can do what they call as screenshot videos. And some of the software that you can use that we'll share with you today, I'm going to go to Kelly, are you seeing my Firefox?
Yes, I am.
Okay, this looks funny on my screen. Screencast-O-Matic, is that the one, Scott? One of the ones that Scott really loves is Screencast-O-Matic, and it's a free service. You can literally start recording, and what it does is it captures your screen, or like a PowerPoint presentation, or anything that you want a tutorial of showing them exactly how to do something. It's again screencast-o-matic.com, and here's the link there. That's one that Scott really likes. One that I use because I use Mac is ScreenFlow. I believe that's what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah, ScreenFlow. And again, I use that on my Mac. It does cost $99, but it's, in my opinion, the best.
I concur.
Those are really two of the ones that you can use. There's also Snagit. So Snagit is a free screen capture tool. You can use it on Mac and Windows. You can take capture pictures with it and video, although you can only do video for about 5 minutes, and that's the max that you have. And then you can upload it to a lot of things. Another one is Jing, Jing, but I have heard that they're shutting that down. They're not supporting it much anymore, but Snagit is kind of the one that they're pushing now. Another one is Screenr, Screenr.com. I think this one does cost. I think you can use it free for a bit, but Screencast-O-Matic is probably one of the best ones out there. Scott, any others that you can think of?
I think that's a good assortment for a screencast type video. But if you don't even want to do screen capture, there's some other options like Animoto. Animoto lets you make almost like music video type videos.
Yeah, those we've used that before, and Go Animate.
Yeah, and then Go Animate is another one. We've actually used Go Animate a lot for TrustGuard to make Mac versus PC type comedy videos. If you type in, do a search for McAfee Secure. Now, if you go to videos over here, you'll see these are all videos that we made with the keyword McAfee Secure. We're number 1, number 2, number 4, number 6, 7, number 9, and number 10. All for the keyword McAfee Secure.
And so they're just like little animated people. You're not going to be able to hear it, but you can just kind of see what it does. Anyway.
So which one is Garrett and which one is Scott?
I'm the big mean one.
Mm-hmm.
So those are two different options that you can use if you don't want to be in front of the camera and you still want, it to look good and be fun. I don't know if there's any of you out there that are listening that have any other ideas, but really, if you don't want to be in front of the camera, then those are really your three options: is to do screen capture, whether it's PowerPoint or Keynote presentations that way, or where you're capturing your screen, showing people tutorials of how-to tutorials, or ones like this, Go Animate and Animoto, of just different things. One thing that we have found that we like to see in videos is that, a tip that we want to share with you guys is the power of music. Power of music is so powerful to help capture the emotions of your video and just really help with that. A place where we go, I can't think about it. Where do we get some of the stock music? Stockmusic.net. That was video. Yeah, stock. So stockmusic.net is one that we really like. There's a lot out there.
There's Music Bakery.
Yeah, musicbakery.com, stockmusic.net. Those are two that we've used in the past. So essentially, you find the music you want, and you can purchase the rights to use that music. And using music in your videos is a must, in our opinion. And even if it's just at the beginning and at the end, or throughout the whole thing, it just adds a lot to the video.
Have you done much with music, Kelly?
I do. I use music in probably every single one. In fact, I just did a goofy video. I think I put it inside of the BFF Facebook page, but yeah, I just did a goofy video. And what I do is I purchase music clips and different sound, what do you call them? Like sound bites of different things, like people clapping and all that, from a gentleman named Rob Actis, Actis. And I, a long time ago, had signed up for something called Warrior Forum, and he had come through the Warrior Forum, and he was selling, like, I don't know, it was like 1,000 different music pieces and different, sounds for dirt cheap. It was like $17 for all of it. And
wow.
Yeah, and so all I did was I just downloaded it into my iMovie program, and so now every single time I make a video, I put in some of that music. So yeah, very fortunate.
Cool. Is he still selling that, Kelly?
You know, this was a long time ago. Like I said, it was at least a year and a half ago. I would just see if you can connect with him on Facebook and you can ask him. His name is Rob, R-O-B, and Actis, A-C-T-I-S, I believe is how it's spelled. Yeah, because I know he does this all the time. He also creates videos for people. If you don't like to create them yourself, he will do the PowerPoints. You just tell him what the information that you want on them, and he does it. And I think he is extremely reasonably priced.
Rob what?
Rob Actis, A-C-T-I-S, I think it is. Oh, Video Assassin, Audio Assassin. Yeah, yeah. So you can just connect with him, and I'm sure you'll be able to get some, great, if he's still doing it anyhow, some great music and video pieces.
Well, that's a great example of outsourcing as well. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's something that Caroline shared, some royalty-free music at this link here, incomtech.com. Just that link right there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's a lot of royalty-free stuff there that you can use too. So there's lots of resources out there. The key is don't get wrapped up in where to go to get it. Just do it. Just add music, just add sound, and it'll help a lot. So the other thing too is editing, and I think a lot of people. So I think we're kind of transitioning into the fear of technology. And so editing, Kelly mentioned iMovie. I've never used that. I've always used either Camtasia or a ScreenFlow. Camtasia is for the Windows, and ScreenFlow, again, that I showed you guys, is for the Mac. And most of the stuff we do, we outsource it, and we send it to our video editor named Jason. And we shared with you guys a video. Here's a link straight to the video. I think we shared it with you guys a couple webinars ago. But if you go to tinyurl.com/vidgreen, it'll take you right to this video tips video that Scott and I did about using a green screen. And it also talks about the camera we use and the lighting system we use, and also we share who our video editor is and how you can contact him. Again, his name's Jason, and he's been working with us for years now. He does a great job. He's reasonably priced, and everything about how we do video is in this video. So again, it's tinyurl.com/vidgreen. Okay, and we talk about using a green screen. You don't have to use a green screen. The most important things we teach in there is using a lapel mic for sound and getting your lighting really, lighting and sound is pretty much the most important part of shooting video if you do want to, be the person in the video. So we talk about all of that in that video. And we also talk about the video software we use, which is called Easy Video Player. That's what we use, and it hooks to our Amazon S3 account. Now, Amazon S3 is just video hosting. That's probably the best video hosting out there. So again, that's Amazon S3 and then Easy Video Player, and it's all in this video. So just go and watch that video, and you'll get all the tips that we share on shooting video.
Any comments or thoughts, Kelly?
Well, I think if you guys could just describe your studio, and then I'll describe my studio, because I know sometimes that helps. In fact, I belong to a video mastermind group, and what everybody did in the mastermind group was take pictures of their studios and uploaded that. It was hilarious to see how many makeshift video, studios there were. And, you can start with anything from well, why don't you guys go ahead and describe what you guys do?
Well, that's actually in the video. If they watch the video, it actually we pull back and show them what it actually looks like. But basically, there's a metal frame that holds that green curtain behind us in the picture right there. And that metal frame is against a wall in the basement of the office building that we have our offices in. And then on the other side of the wall we have three light boxes, which are basically lights covered in a box made out of cloth with a white cover on the front, and then it just diffuses the light. And we have one on either side of us, and then we have one right in front of us, right above the camera. And then right below that main light box we have a tripod with our camera on it. So that's pretty much it. We've just 3 lights, tripod, and a green screen in the back. How about you?
It's very simple. Yeah. I mean, basically, we do the same thing. We, for a short time, had moved from Michigan to South Carolina, and what we did was we rented a home, and we just took part of the living room, which is a very long living room. We stuck a library on one half, and then the behind screen on the other half. And so whichever direction we want to shoot from, that's where we angle our lights, and we do have 3 lights as well. One comes from the floor behind us, actually, and then the other 2, we've got the big umbrella lights that come on either side. And my camera is a Canon Vixia, and I think we probably paid $600 for it, but it is the best little camera. And then, of course, we have a little lapel mic. And I can tell you the difference, guys, between trying to do one that has the input on the camera versus having a microphone is such a huge difference. And the impact is tremendous when you do decide, or when you can afford to go and purchase a lapel mic or some kind of microphone system. I would highly recommend it, because I think you're going to find that your videos will have much better traction if you do have great audio and great lighting.
Yeah. Since we made this video, we just got a new camera, a Nikon D3200, which just came out, and it's got a mic jack on it as well. So, and then we're also playing around with the shotgun mic. Have you done anything with shotgun mics?
No, but I sure want to.
We just got one for our trip, so we haven't actually tried it with a green screen video yet, but we will. So we'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, so now we kind of told you guys about some of the cameras we use. Here's the thing. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it does in some ways. The key is to get, halfway decent quality video, halfway decent quality sound, and halfway decent quality lighting, and you're set to go. And you don't have to shoot it on a green screen. You don't have to shoot it in your house. You can take it in your car and shoot it and have somebody hold the camera. You can take it up to the mountains or to the lake or whatever and just shoot video that way. The key is to do it consistently, as we've said many times in the past, is just do something consistently, and it's gonna come back and have a lot of rewards. Now, the thing too we wanted to talk about is optimizing your video. And so if we go back to those McAfee secure videos that TrustGuard's doing, we go to videos here. Some of the key things that you need to do in your videos is to optimize them so that people actually find them is pretty obvious, but sometimes people don't really see the importance of, again, using keywords. And so, if you know what your market is searching for, then you're way ahead of the game. And so you need to be using those keywords in your video, and you need to be creating video strategically around those keywords, so that if people have a problem and they need a solution, then you create a video that talks about that problem and gives them a solution in that video. And so what you need to do is, let's just go to this quick, is you need to have the keywords in your title, the title of the video. Okay, as you can see here, That's the main keyword there, and it's in the video. And then you also need to have it in the description, okay, and also in the tags. Okay, so those are three things. So if you go title, description, tags, your keywords that you're focusing on need to be there. Now don't overdo it with keywords. Just focus on really one keyword per video. Now the other important thing to get ranked is having getting views to the video, getting views and likes and comments. So views, likes, and comments are going to help you get ranked higher in the videos. And also links back to those videos from your website, from your blog, getting linked back to that video on YouTube is going to help with the rankings as well. So if it's really going through those things, if I go through them one more time: title, description, tags, keywords, getting views, likes, and comments. And if you do those things, then that's going to help you get ranked in the search engines. Now, the power of that is getting ranked in the search engines for your videos is people love to watch videos. And also, you can get your videos ranked for pretty intensive keywords, so that's going to help you there.
Well, in this example, I mean, we just showed you that we have like 5 or 6 of the top 10 listings for videos for the keyword McAfee Secure, which is our #1 competitor. And it wasn't that difficult to rank. So that's just a good example of ranking for a keyword that you want to rank for in Google. Obviously, videos don't always get as much traffic as just the free search listings, but video is becoming more and more popular. And if your video is #1 or #2 in the video search, a lot of times Google will put that video on the main listing, on the main free search listing page.
Right.
You know what, guys? I have a feeling if you threw in your six-pack abs in there, you probably would get higher rankings. One thing I was going to ask you guys, and Garrett, before you move away from this particular video, would you mind showing how you share the video and can embed the video someplace else?
Yeah, so if you want to embed it on your website, just hit share. Okay, and then you can share it on YouTube or Twitter, and anybody can. But if you want to embed it, okay, you just click embed, and you can grab this code here and put it anywhere on your blog or your website. Okay, now that's very powerful and very easy to do, and anybody can share it. You can turn that option off so people can't embed it, but it's good, and again, that's going to help you get more views. So you just take that code, put it into like your WordPress blog post or anywhere on your website, and it's going to throw this video onto your website. Now you can also change the size, how big or how small you want it, or you can do custom width. You can do custom there. And it's, that's something that definitely you want to do with sharing the video and posting it out there on the web. Does that help, Kelly?
It does. And on your blog, you have 2 different places to post. So if you're looking at creating a blog post, you've got your visual side and you have your HTML side. If you find that when you pop it into your visual side, it's not going to work, you need to flip it over to your HTML side because that's where the video will come up in your visual. Does that make sense?
Right.
I don't know if I can explain that thoroughly, but yeah, it is important to just make sure that you're putting that embed code on the HTML side.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, there's lots of strategies. We shared one a couple weeks ago that teaches you, how to get the videos ranked in Google again, going more back to the rankings. But and that was a course taught by Ryan Dice, and he teaches you how to go to Fiverr.com and get links and get a lot of stuff. We won't go into detail. Actually, we don't even really know how to do it. We've outsourced that essentially. But I shared that a couple weeks ago. If you just, I'm guessing we could probably find it. I don't know. Let me search for that just to see if we can find what it's called. I just can't remember exactly what it's called. A digital marketer. Yeah, it's digital marketer, but he calls it specifically something. And it's like a $7 report that teaches you how to do it. And I think you can get there just, you know, again, if you, this isn't it, but I wish I would have grabbed that. But if you just start searching and get on his email list, you'll run into it. But that's something that, you know, we definitely recommend, that teaches you how to rank those YouTube videos. That's what Transcribed, those videos that we showed you, that they followed that exact step-by-step process that he teaches. And again, it's a $7 report, and it's in one of the, I shared the exact link in the traffic webinar I did, probably, it's been at least a month ago. So, Kelly, is there anything else you wanted to touch before we open up to answering questions?
No, I think you guys pretty much covered it, except that we didn't really go over uploading a video to YouTube, and I don't know if everybody on the call knows how to do that, but if there's someone who does not know how to do that, you know, you might want to just let us know, and we can certainly go through that real quick.
Yeah. So, well, we could show them directly.
Okay, yeah, so we do have someone who doesn't, so let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. Do you have a video, Kelly? Do you want to turn it to you?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't have one. I should have thought about that before we got on here. No, but you know what you could do is basically just walk through the steps of it, because it, you know, other than the actual uploading itself.
Okay, so essentially you need a YouTube account, and so I mean it's free and it's easy to sign up, and if you just go to youtube.com, I mean it's that simple. And so I'm just going to log in. Let's see. Oh boy, I think that's it. So you log into your account, and then you can just hit upload. I mean, it's really this easy. Select a file from your computer, or you can even record from a webcam right there to YouTube. You select the file. So let me just find one. See if I can't find something. And then it starts uploading. Okay, and then while it's uploading, this is where you put in the title, description here, and then the tags kept separated by commas. And then you can save the changes, and the videos, you know, you can see it's going to take time to upload. I'm going to cancel that. But I mean, that's really it. Now, obviously, there's again the linking back to your site, the getting more views and all that. That's separate from uploading, but that's all it takes to upload a video to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like SEO for your website. I mean, there's on-page SEO factors here that you keep in, you know, you have to do when you're uploading your video, like Garrett just showed you. But then there's also off-page SEO, and that's getting links pointing back to that YouTube video and getting the comments and the views. So.
Yep.
Thanks,
Kelly,
guys. Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yep, I sure can. Thank you very much for showing everybody that. You guys, if anybody has any questions about video or about anything else, you know, please feel free to go ahead and, excuse me, put in your questions now. Garrett, thank you, both of you guys, for going through that. I think that was very helpful.
One thing that Carolyn mentioned, that if you want a link in the description, it's got to have the HTTP in front of it, ://. So I'll just do an example quick, because I think that's important. Mm-hmm. So what she's saying is, if you want to put a link in your description, it's got to have this, like that. It's got to have the HTTP in front of it, and that will make it a link back to your website or wherever you want to send it. So thanks for sharing that, Caroline.
One question that others have had, and not in this group, but someone else had asked me about putting their phone number in to the video description or the title. Now, I have heard numerous things about that, both pro and con, but what do you guys think about that?
Well, it depends on if you're going to answer your phone.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I mean, if you want people to call you, definitely, I would put in your phone number.
My understanding about having it in the title is that it ranks higher in Google. Do you guys know anything about that?
Say that again?
That if the phone number is put into the title, like I think one of the videos that we saw come up on Google when you guys had first Googled yours, it had the 800 number for probably McAfee or something, that Google ranks that higher just because of the phone number being in there.
I've never heard that, so if that's the case, then that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, like Scott said, don't just put a phone number there to get ranked higher, but somebody needs to be there to man the phones. But yeah, I've never heard that, so if that's true, that would be great.
All right, so let's see what we've got here. Is there a site for converting your YouTube to be burned to a DVD? That's a good question. Is there a site converting?
So taking a YouTube video and putting it on a DVD, I assume?
You might have conversion issues just from quality.
Yeah.
Because the YouTube videos generally are lower quality video.
Yeah.
So you might have some quality issues when you convert it. I don't know about the HD version of YouTube videos. They might be better, but there still might be some quality issues there. I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah. What happens when you upload to YouTube? They essentially encode or decode the video into a different file size and file type, so it plays better on YouTube. So there might be problems there. So the best thing you'd probably want to do is just take the original file that you created and go with that one would be better.
That's what I would say too. I don't know how many of you have noticed, if you've gone back to watch any of the replays that I have done whenever I've had my teaching moment, I will go ahead and upload it to YouTube, but for some reason there are sync issues with it. So the voice is not synced with each of the slides, and so I'll start talking and I'm on slide 3 when the video itself is still on slide 1. And that happens during the conversion side to it. So yeah, I would definitely make sure that you're really keeping a good eye on whether or not that's happened if you do that. So Kevin was also asking, I'm working on being the first NASCAR merchandise store that you can shop by video of your favorite driver, including all the merchandise of that driver that we offer. Do you think that that will take off with NASCAR fans?
Definitely.
Oh, I'm going, yeah.
I mean, well, you've got to ask yourself first, do NASCAR fans watch online video?
Right.
They probably do.
And if they do, then yeah, but they probably do. I'm not saying that they don't, but make sure that you know that they're go to YouTube.com and search for NASCAR videos and see if they're getting a lot of views and stuff. And if they are, then yeah, I think that's a great strategy.
Yeah, because you can make a YouTube video specifically targeted to a driver. A keyword, like their name is the keyword. You could even do like what's the girl? The GoDaddy.
Danica.
Yeah, Danica Patrick merchandise. Those are the keywords in your video. And then when somebody searches Danica Patrick in YouTube, if you do it right, your videos will come up and they'll see Danica Patrick merchandise video and they'll click on it and watch it. Right? So you can get additional traffic that way to your website for sure.
I think that's excellent, Kevin. I do hope that, like the guys are saying, that you do research the keywords that you need to have in there. Obviously, the names of the drivers are going to be very important for your keywords, but there might be other things that people are going to search that we haven't really thought of here. So, yeah, definitely do some searching on that. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, like if there's a specific type of merchandise that people buy a lot of, like shirts or hats. You might want to go to the Google keyword search tool and see what type of products people are searching for. Right. Use those in your keywords.
Okay. Well, keep the questions coming. We've opened it up to Q&A, guys. So it doesn't. So keep them coming. It doesn't have to be just about video, but that's what we focused on today. So if you still have more questions, if you have more questions about your business or life, we do want to remind you guys of the next webinar next Friday, August 10th at 1 p.m. Scott's going to be teaching how to leverage social proof to increase your traffic and sales. Again, Scott's going to be teaching that. So Q&A, you guys pretty much know how to ask questions in the chat area. Some questions that you can start thinking of, and what are some video challenges that you face today? What are some of your biggest fears, with video or in life and business? What tip would you like to ask to help you grow your business? What is an action item you've been inspired to take today? So keep the questions coming, guys. Caroline says, do you have any sites or recommendations for video intros? Caroline, are you talking about creating the video intros or that already exist? One that I can think of right now is, oh boy, is Pond5. Pond5.com, the number 5. This one has a lot of stock video, and there's lots of video clips and intros that you can purchase. They're pretty affordable, and there's tons and tons and tons of stuff there. So Pond5.com, she says either creating or outsourcing it. So that's, you can use that as stock video to the intro. If you remember our helpkidsinkenya.com, that the first video of the kids, that we actually bought that here on Pond5. We didn't have a video that we wanted to use, so we used that intro. Now outsourcing it, there's tons of companies out there. Again, elance.com. That's where we found Jason. He's done a lot of our intro videos with the logo. So you just have to research. I don't think there's anything that we've used necessarily that we could recommend, but outsourcing would definitely be the key. Caroline says 3D intros. Yeah, you definitely want to look on pond5.com and then also outsourcing that on elance or guru.com.
Carolyn, one thing that I would recommend you do also is spend a little bit of time on Fiverr.com. For $5, we have gotten some pretty fantastic intro videos, believe it or not, and to pay $5 is a pretty good deal. But you have to be selective too, because there are some that are not so good at all, and if you don't, you don't really research who it is that you're getting them for and see what the work that they've already done, then you could definitely be getting some yuck.
So Fiverr is what she recommended. Let me, with 2 R's, I believe. Yeah, Fiverr with 2 R's. So there it is. There. That's a great tip. Great tip. Sandra asks, which type of video is more effective, all audio or the PowerPoint presentation? There's 2 ways you could do that. I think if it's a PowerPoint presentation, it needs audio as well. You need to either be talking or having the presentation given. The only other option really is to do music only and have kind of motivational music with words, but it needs some type of audio or people aren't going to watch the video. It needs something. So again, audio with music and words, or you need to be talking and explaining, or somebody needs to be talking, or else they lose interest too fast.
Yeah, one of our good friends, Russell Brunson, he's a big internet marketer, and he does a lot of, he'll just make basic PowerPoints and just record them and talk, and basically say the PowerPoint as a sales video, and they convert really well.
Yeah.
Ryan,
so,
go ahead, Kelly, what?
I was just saying Ryan Dice does the same thing, and actually a lot of the gurus do that and have really been extremely successful. The other
Yeah.
thing I was going to mention was that there's a gentleman who posted a video that was absolutely stunning of this motorcycle trip that he took all across the country. And he showed this, I think it was like a 4 or 5 minute video of all these gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. But that was all he had up, was just the pictures. So I said to him, you know, I love seeing your pictures, but I only watched it because you're a good friend of mine. If you could go back and add some add some music and add some words to it, some inspirational quotes. He did that, and that video has just gone crazy over the internet. So it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question, Sandra. Caroline says, I'd want to find someone good and reliable that I can subcontract for my clients when they need it. I think you're going back to the intros and outsourcing. Caroline, that's just going to take you vetting out some good, video editors. Really, it's just going to take you finding somebody that you trust and does a really good job. So hopefully that helps there.
So the great thing, though, is once you find that person, then you have an asset that you can use over and over again. So it's worth the little bit of effort to find it. And even if you try 3 or 4 different people and 3 of them are duds, but one is a superstar, then you've got a great outsourcer at that point.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Any more questions? There's not a lot of questions coming in, so let us know what you're working on in your business. What are you doing? What can we help you with? Where are you stuck? Where are you stuck in your business or even your life, and something that we can help you with. Just keep in mind that the webinar next Friday, Scott's going to be teaching how to leverage social proof to increase your traffic and sales. That's going to be a really good one, so we'll look forward to that. But I think you guys are being pretty quiet. So, Kelly, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it. I mean, I guess my question to the group would probably be, is there any fear that you still have based around video? Because like we said earlier, that's probably one of the biggest things that keeps people from video. And Caroline, I know you have clients that you work with that you're probably trying to encourage to do video, especially if you're getting video intros, or maybe they're asking you about video. But I know a lot of times it's just a matter of educating people when it comes to video. So, you guys always have this resource of the BFF webinars, and there's tons of resources, of course, online at YouTube if you ever want to learn how to, get beyond some kind of a roadblock with video or doing some kind of webinars. So just, yeah, I mean, keep plugging away. All you can do is get better and better the more you practice.
Yeah, Caroline did have one more question. She says, do you ever get video transcribed? Definitely, if you're using it as a search engine optimization, I would say yes, get them transcribed and put them on your blog. So put the video up at top and put all the text down below the video. That's going to help with the search engines. Now, also, if you're doing training programs, I think it's always a good idea to transcribe your videos or use the PowerPoints that they can download, because some people like to print stuff out and read them and go along with it with the video. So definitely, that's something that you should do. You're not gonna need to in all cases, but like if it's a funny video, there's no reason to transcribe it, like just a short funny clip. But there's a lot of good reasons to transcribe the videos, again, for search engine optimization and for training purposes. Margaret Reese says, it just seems such a new thing to do. I guess I just have to wade in and start. Yeah, I mean, video, it's to the point where you almost have to do it. People expect some sort of video to watch, or if they're coming to your website, that's really all they're looking for, is something quick that explains what you're doing or how you can help them. So I think it's just, when you say wading in, yeah, it's just getting started. And if you look at some of our videos that we shot 5 years ago, they're pretty poor quality and not very good, but we've just improved over time.
Yeah, I think that's important, Garrett. You've got to start somewhere. And we've mentioned this several times. and it's not just in video, but in everything that you do. You've just got to start. You're going to suck at it when you start. That's just life, but you've got to do it. The first videos we ever shot were horrible, and you just kind of keep improving over time, and it just gets better and better. So you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one good question that I had come up too was about if you have videos that really stunk when you first started, do you keep them up? Oh, wait a minute, I was the one who asked that question. Yeah, just kidding. Okay, so that is a good question, okay? And someone said, don't take them down. Leave them up, because if you're still getting traffic, which at that time I was, but it was just so embarrassing to me because of my little ego going on. But the interesting thing was that no matter how poor I thought they were, someone got something out of them. And so even though, like what we're talking about here, you might criticize your own work because that's what you do, that's what people do, but really step back and take a look. Maybe send it to someone else and say, okay, what do you think? Do you think people are going to get something out of this? And if they say yes, then go for it, test it. If you're getting nothing from it, then consider taking it down. But it probably, chances are, it's probably going to be just fine.
Yeah, exactly. Caroline says progress, not perfection, like that. Sandra asks if we can do a webinar on Google product upload. She's having problems in that area. We'll have to talk about that, Sandra. I'm not sure that's our expertise, but we could definitely find something that would help you out. Sandra asks, how do you remove a video? In YouTube and most of those video sharing sites, you just have to log in and delete it. So that would be how you do it. Or if you've embedded it on a website, then you're going to have to go to the page that you embedded it on and remove the embed code. So those are really the only ways, is deleting it from the video sharing site like YouTube, or removing the video embed code. So, great questions.
Yeah, I like actually that that just being able to have you guys feel like you're comfortable enough to be able to ask us what we can do webinars on. That really does help us. So I want to thank you, Sandra, for bringing that up. I think it's a good idea. If you guys want to see something specific, let us know.
Right. Or we can find somebody that's an expert in that market and get them on the webinars too. So thank you. I think that's it, everybody. Next BFF webinar next Friday, August 10th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, as usual. We thank you for being here with us, and we'll have the replay up on Monday, and we'll talk later.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, take care.